All right, welcome back for another episode. We are going to jump into Algorand. Well, why are we going to jump into Algorand? Um, well, one, Algorand is a United States uh currency, cryptocurrency. It is, and it's a great deal on it today. 16 cents. Great deal. Great deal. But the question you would have, I hope you have, is well, what is it? So we're going to review Algorand. All right, we're at their site at algorand.co. And it says Algorand is an energy efficient, quantum secure, single layer blockchain with instant finality, consistently high throughput, and low fees. Businesses across the globe are leveraging the Algorand blockchain to deliver efficiency, impact, and opportunity. Lofty, for example, provides fractional home ownership by tokenizing real estate, enabling investors across the U.S. to build wealth through property value growth and rental income. You can own a fraction of that home and pick up a yield, right? A small amount or any amount, doesn't have to be small. So Lofty does that. That's interesting. How Algorand helped Lofty transform the real estate industry, making it possible for anyone to own a fraction of a property. Lofty started as an AI tool with a mission to aid real estate investors in finding optimal neighborhoods. However, it soon became apparent that the real hurdle investors faced was overcoming the high cost of entry to investing in the real estate market. The founders, Jerry Chu, Max Ball, and Mark Keene, pivoted to a much larger mission, democratizing access to property ownership. Lofty now provides fractional home ownership by tokenizing the real estate. This enabling investors across the U.S. to build wealth through property value growth and rental incomes. This by itself, just Lofty by itself, is interesting for the ability to generate income. All right. So Lofty has tokenized 148 properties across 11 United States. The highest value Lofty portfolio is around 2 million, and the lowest is just $50. So that means somebody has $50 worth of something tokenized from Lofty. The average number of buyers per home is around 231. Lofty has around 7,000 monthly active users. Lofty has generated 2 million in rental income for its users to date. This is really interesting. I'm going to have to look Lofty up just for the sheer fact of generating income, as all people trying to generate income should be doing. We had assumed that finding a property to invest in was 95% of the work involved, recalls Jerry Chu, co founder of Lofty. But after speaking with our early users, we realized that the bigger barriers were actually having the funds, being able to get the right loans, and ultimately going through the transaction process. Because, if you people all come together to finance a home for somebody, those payments are coming back to you in portion, right? I would assume. The traditional process of buying real estate keeps many locked out of the property market, not only because of the high initial down payment needed, but also because of the time commitment required to go through the cumbersome and lengthy buying process. If we could build a platform that not only helped them source available properties for sale, but also allowed them to invest any amount they could afford instantaneously, then we could be able to truly disrupt the existing real estate investing process. I don't know if you all are catching this, but this on its own is massive. We're not even like this on its own. What Lofty is doing is massive for the future, and you generating income. Lofty needed a payment system where users could trade directly with each other for the property sales to be instantaneous. Direct payments happen in traditional real estate transactions, but they require a lot of trust or intermediaries like brokers and agents, explains Chu. Blockchain excels to a peer-to-peer payments. With blockchain, your funds are locked in smart contract and escrow, and only once each side's requirements are met do they settle, right? Lofty also want to grant investors true control over assets, unlike traditional real estate investment trusts, REITs, which enable a form of fractional ownership, but without any real control over the property. Blockchain can facilitate full ownership of digital assets along with a payment system where users can trade directly with each other. The next step was to find a blockchain that could provide inclusivity and access to anyone, in particular, those who aren't native to crypto and Web3. We're looking for somewhere to build where we could operate similarly to Web2 platform where transactions process immediately, and many blockchains don't offer that. We quickly realized Algorand was the solution. Transactions settle with immediate finality in 3 or 4 seconds, very much like what people are used to in Web2. Algorand transaction fees are incredibly cheap, which Lofty is able to compensate for since people aren't used to paying them in Web2, he continues. Lofty property tokens issued as Algorand standard assets, ASAs, represent an investor's stake in a property. We do not own or manage any of the assets on the platform. Rather, we allow anyone interested in selling a property to sell to many buyers who collectively manage and own the property through a legal DAO in the United States, explains Chu. Token holders essentially become the ultimate managers of the property, voting on things like home improvements, raising the rent, and replacing household appliances. This is crazy. This really has piqued my interest. My interest is piqued. Okay. You want to be a landlord and receive some money. This is how you get it done. And because you're with other people, you all vote on some of the things that need to be done. All through the app. This is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. Lofty's marketplace provides comprehensive property information, including projected returns, lease details, and tenant information. The platform emphasizes the importance of conducting due diligence before investing in a property. I cannot push that. You'll have to watch that video on your own because it's definitely going to have music. So that'll be a copyright infringement. All right. So to engage with Lofty, users create an account, complete the KYC, know your customer, which is common, verification and purchase property in the form of tokens using USD. So you'll bring in United States dollars or Algorand or other cryptocurrencies. The tokens equate to ownership of a portion of the property, and this ownership can be traded at any time on the Lofty marketplace since there is no mandatory token lockup period. Users don't need an Algorand wallet set up to store their tokenized assets, as the Lofty app creates one for them, which is attached to their account. Users can then interact with this wallet using the basic UI on Lofty without knowing or learning anything about cryptocurrencies or the blockchain. It's also possible to store Lofty tokens and tokenize property assets in an Algorand wallet if you already have one. This, whew, man, man, y'all getting it today. Y'all are getting it today. Y'all are getting it today. I'm giving y'all some jewels today. I didn't know about this. I did not know about this at all. I'm ready to make some investments, okay? And look at that. As we're talking, Algorand is on the move. The price is up 6.49% in the last 4 hours. Okay. Listen, this isn't a game. This is not a game. An exceptional feature of Lofty is its let me do this. Let me go. This is how I roll. This is how I roll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick up maybe $25 more, just for the heck of it. This is what we're doing. We're going to go straight to our exchange. We are going to purchase. Um, let's buy some Algorand. Excuse me. Algorand. Mhm. It's 16 cents. We're gonna add about $15 of that. Who knows what else I'm gonna move money around into. This is just bringing in new money, and at times, it doesn't seem like much, but, this is so you don't forget stuff, and this is the type of stuff that I do, me and my, friends do. It's we'll just let's add $15 to that and come back and maybe do more later, but diversification is everything. There and I have a spread, and so I have to spread evenly across all these places, and, this is just what you do. I don't know if you all do this. Um, I don't know. I just don't know. But this is stuff that, you should probably be doing. I don't know. I do it. Oh, man, I hate that. Well, the markets are still down on 7 days. So let's just say this. All the markets are still down 7 days. They're trying to go back up, but they're still down 7 days, 10, 15, 20%. So if you're picking up anything right now, you're still bleeding out from 7 days. So you gotta catch back up to where it was 7 days ago before, anything. So if you're picking up anything today, you're still until it passes what it was 7 days low, you're chilling. So just do what you gotta do. Let's get back to this Lofty because I need to go pick up this app and, probably bring in some actual dollars, or probably I'll use some Algorand. My god, it's trying to pick back up. I don't like that at all. Algorand's trying to pick back up, and it's at such a nice low right now. It's at such a nice low. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. We shoulda did it to begin with, but it's okay. It's at such a nice low. Um, yeah, and it's Monday. What do you expect to happen? The markets to go back up? Why? Because this is what the markets do all the time. So if you didn't pick up anything this weekend, you're picking up anything right now, you're still on a 7-day low. Who knows what the market's going to do this week? But let's get back to the story at hand, which is Lofty. Wow. An exceptional feature of Lofty is its secondary marketplace, which enables users to sell their property shares and liquidate their ownership more easily. Lofty will soon launch the world's first liquidity pool and automated market maker for real estate, where users can trade in an instant and transparent manner with a market and spot price as with other asset classes. Remember, you're paying taxes on all this. Facts. As of September 2023, Lofty's platform collectively generated $2 million in rental income for its users, showcasing the platform's tangible. Now, this is the start of something. I just want you all to absorb this. This is the beginning stages of something coming to you in the very near future. Now, this is already here, but this is still the start. Everything's trying to go back up. Calm down. So it says showcasing the platform's tangible impact on generating cash flow streams from one of the world's largest asset classes, U.S. residential real estate, which we saw at 74 trillion, right down here. Real estate 74 trillion. Uh, Lofty's journey from an AI tool to a blockchain-powered real estate marketplace exemplifies the transformative potential of technology in the investment landscape. It demonstrates how real world assets can deliver inclusivity and access to an industry previously out of reach for so many. Now, I want to tell you, years ago when I wanted to get into the stock market, it required 15,000 upfront, and you need to know a broker. Those things have far changed to where we are today in 2025. Take advantage of it. There's a disclaimer. Read it, right? Content provided in this blog is the information purpose only. Information provided by the Algorand Foundation and while we strive to keep the information up to date and correct, we may no representation of warranties of any kind expressed or implied about the completeness, accuracy, reliability, suitability. Blah, blah, blah. That is their disclaimer notice, right? To the best of their knowledge, everything is accurate. So this right here, Lofty, this app. Let me do this too before I forget. Let me go find that app because that's going to be important. Let me go find this app called Lofty so I can investigate more. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to investigate Lofty. Yep. Lofty. What is their icon? Um, um, Lofty Marketplace. Nope. Lofty Real Estate. Let's do their real estate platform. Um, so the icon looks different. Let's see. Lofty Incorporated. Let's make sure we got the right one, not the wrong one. Crazy. Let's see. Management, discover, listings. Let's look this up. Push. Just looking this up to make sure I got the right one. I think this is it. That's for their property listings. I see showings, quick start leads. But that icon, I wonder if that icon doesn't match. So I would wonder if we have it in the States yet. Ugh, I wonder if we have that in the States. Let me actually do a browser check. Oop, bear with me for 1 second because this is important. What we're looking at, they say they have an app for it, right? So I don't know if we have access to it in the States. I would hope we do, right? I think it's Lofty Marketplace. Okay, your real estate business, AI power platform, agents, brokers. Okay, so fractional real estate marketplace. All right, all right, so it's not an app on the Apple device, but it is browser based. So, 1 second. Lofty.ai. All right. All right. So this is just going to be a lofty video, isn't it? It's a nice lofty video. All right. Learn what thousands of people have already signed up in 2024. You can read reviews. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to check this site out. Let's see. Staking. Ooh. No, Lewis. No questions right now. So they're right. They have over 2 million vested here. There are properties you can look at and invest in. USDC, right? Well, what do we know about the USDC, right? Where is it at, right? USDC, everybody's using it. Um, let's see, average 7 day. So you're getting returns, right? You're getting returns. Um, this is very interesting. And they got a lot of real estate property, right? Um, okay, so let's see. This is interesting. And you're all seeing it as I'm seeing. This is all real time. You can connect a wallet, right? I would probably set up a secondary wallet for this purpose just because I don't trust anything. So I'll probably go set up a secondary wallet and then try that out. But let's check out the marketplace and see how this works. All right. Oh, wow. Rental yield, 15%, with a projected yearly return or annual yearly, 13.5%. California property. This is awesome. This is this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Oh my god. Look, you wanna open up one and just see how it works, right? Wow, I'm gonna have to create a dummy wallet just so I can play around with this. Available 866 tokens at $61 per token. Okay, that's not bad, right? Um, Brownfield Drive, Texas. Okay, so We're gonna take a look. This is awesome. $52, 564 tokens. All right, so your estimated price to get a into this asset is $52.54, right? It has a rental yield of 14%. So 14% of 52, well, 10% of 50 is going to be what, $5. So technically at 14%, what are you getting? $6, $7 maybe $7 return. Maybe projected annual return 15%, projected rental yield 12, rental yield. All right, so as of right now, it's yielding 14%. How often are you getting this? Maybe monthly. And if you're getting this monthly, so you're getting a $7 return on this monthly, it's generating income that you're not like, say, for instance, we had this conversation in the previous video when we talk about savings. When you put your money to a savings account, you're not generating anything on it. We are learning something powerful right here. This is major and powerful for those who want an opportunity. Get out of here. I don't need to see you. But those who want an opportunity to learn to grow money, because it's all about growing money. If you can get your money working for you, you can get out of working. This is why most people get into uh, uh, the digital world of entertainment. And I'm talking about all forms and types. So don't just point to one area. Right now, I'm making videos digital for YouTube so you all can get information and learn. All right. So when we start looking at stuff, like if you've got money that you're just gonna burn off and you wanna grow money, you can throw $50, 50 some $52 a month at this, right? Think about it, the options here. And for those of you that have more money, you're already thinking what I'm thinking, right? Boom, throw some serious money at that bad boy and start generating that income. Yes, you're gonna pay taxes on it. Those taxes are going to show themselves as you're collecting this money, but it is what it is. When you make money, you pay taxes on it. I'm sorry. But for the beauty of this, right? For the beauty, when you set up, it's gonna if you set up an account with them, obviously it's gonna set up your wallet, and then you can move the stuff out if you so choose, right? By linking the wallet. So I'm looking at this like you don't have to go out there and buy the house to generate income. You can just keep putting money in by getting tokens, right? And so this one, right, it lets you know what it is, the financials, the order book documents, the market, property details. You can learn all about the property. I wonder if it has pictures of it. This thing leased 1 year leases, and it's $2,460 a month, and it had a security deposit of $4,700. It has an A rating for the zip code. So like, wow, right? Property updates, what's going on with the property. So you can keep up and be informed. Co-owner reviews, 5 stars out of 5 with 1 review. We don't know who that is. Beautiful property in a desirable area with responsible landlord. So glad I invested. Right. So, it's at your own risk. But as investors, this is what we do. View all photos. Let's check this property out. This is a Lofty. What? I'm so late. And we were meant to talk about Algorand, but now we're going to talk about Lofty, and we'll continue to talk about Algorand in other videos to come. So, look at this property, right? This is awesome. That you can generate income by being a shareholder of this property. This is amazing. This is truly amazing. Right? Oh, that's scary. That's a lot of like that's scary. But it's okay. Somebody'll like it. That's scary. Like that is really oof. But it's okay. Um, it's cool, right? This is just it's a nice property, right? It's definitely a nice property, and you don't have to go do anything crazy other than set up an account and a wallet, move money, USDC or Algorand or any other cryptocurrency, um, and become an investor and start gaining yields on this. And like I said, I speculate, but I'm sure it's going to be a monthly yield. Um, you're going to get your fraction of it because it's fractional investing. But like these are more gateways if you're trying to generate income. Like, if you're trying to generate income to get out of working, uh, you have to get involved in just about everything, right? Just about everything. You gotta keep your eyes on it. You gotta pay attention to what's going on, and this is just how you're gonna generate income. I'm just wondering, I'm so late. I've been so busy working these jobs, man. And today, things have worked out for me where I have the ability to dig in deep. And this is awesome. This is truly something awesome. Okay. Are you all enjoying the pictures? We're browsing this home, thinking about investing in it, getting a piece of this property. Huh? Probably a good piece. Do some good investing here and start generating some income. But this mind blowing, okay? Mind blowing. And so even let's talk about this. We're gonna have a conversation, right? Some of the things we look at when we look at the young people coming up, if we didn't have this. I'm an older guy. We didn't have this when I was coming up. And to see that the younger crowd has the ability to get into these applications and invest money. Like you should be living at home with your parents if you're a young adult, right? Once you hit 18, and you think I'm gonna go out and work and I'm gonna move out, that's crazy. You should be living at home. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, even 27. If you're not married, taking care of your own family, I get it. You're living at home. You're paying some money to the home you live in, help take care of that house. True that. Stay at home and do that if you're not married, have your own family by then. And even so, even if then you should probably have a family property, and then the family lives on that because we're all about generating income and saving income for the family generations to come. But if you're young, right? Let's say you're 18 and you're out of high school and you get your first job and you want to spend some money. Okay, go do it. But get over it. Get over it real quick. Then as you're working and living at home and not really paying any bills, you should be taking your money and putting it into stuff like this. I'm not going to tell you so much cryptocurrency because you really have to pay attention 24/7 and you have to know what you're getting involved in. It's a lot of work to be involved in this space. But when I see things like these, like really you should be knowing and investing because if let's say you're getting paid every week. And every week, let's say you're doing $500 a week and you don't really have any bills. Let's say you do have bills. Let's say you live at your mom and dad's house and you pay them $500 a month, but you make $2,500 a month. So 500 comes out. Let's say you do, I don't know, $125 out of every paycheck goes straight to the house to pay rent or whatever. And then you say, well, you know what? I'm gonna take another $100 and throw it into this rental property, buying these tokens or these coins, so I can have a bigger portion of this property because I'm getting income off of it. I'm yielding monthly income. Projected 15. Oh my God, 10% on $1 million is $100,000 a year. So just think about it if you got your money set all the way across, right? This is mind blowing, yo. I'm really tripping right now. This is yo, just listen to me, youngsters. All you youngsters out there, come on in and listen to me. Listen to me. I got it for you. Okay. You need to be taking that $100 every week and putting it into that property until you can't invest no more into it, till all the coins are gone. And at the end of that, you should have 40, 50, 60 coins, right? If you got 40, 50, 60 coins, you go to the next property. Go to the next property and do the same thing. Now, let's say you got portions of four, five, six different properties. Follow me. You're now generating, you're going to pay taxes on it, but it's okay. Don't let that scare you. I just have to share that disclaimer because people think they can just get free money. That's not how it works. Disclaimer, you're going to pay taxes. But you have four or five, six properties and you're getting a return. Let's say your return is monthly 14% and you've got, I don't know, five, six, seven, $1,000. Let's just say $1,000 in every property, right? And let's just say it's 10%. Let's just shit the shit. Let's say that's $100 every month between 4 to 5 properties. So that's $500 a month of income you're generating. Okay. Now you take that same income you're generating and put it into more properties because you're getting this money back. Right? So you put that $500 that you're generating into buying more tokens to where you now have 10 properties that are paying you back 10% uh, uh, at $1,000. Just throwing numbers. So now you're talking about what? What did I just get lost? Oh my goodness! So you got 10 properties at $1,000, $10,000. So now you're bringing in $1,000 a month. So then you say, well, I'm not done. Let's take that $1,000 and get more shares, tokens of these properties, right? And then you do that, and now you're generating, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, 15, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. These are rental incomes. So this money, because you're focusing, I'm not out there trying to live on my own. I'm not out there buying new vehicles. I'm not out there extravagantly throwing my money away and crazy stuff. I'm taking all this money that I could be fucking off, tricking off, and putting it into investments that are paying me back. So by the time I hit, I don't know, I'm 18. By the time I hit 25, I should be generating from rental properties, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month. What do I want to work for? So this generation, when we look at 2025, you're living in 2025, 18 and up, you are in a prime time to take advantage of this new world we're in. You know, I'm doing some evaluating right now. I'm running numbers in my head. When I get on the phone with my homeboy, we're gonna eat this shit up. We gonna I'm gonna talk with the wife too. We gonna figure this shit out. But this just lofty? What? What? This is where it's at. All right. You want to generate money to add extra income. If you want to continue to work, that's cool. If you want to get to the point where you don't have to work and your income's generating income, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. All right. I think I talked about this long enough. All right. The staking. Oh, yeah. Open it up. Come on. Open it up. There we go. That's how you know we're dealing with crypto. You see that boot screen that we just had? You know you're dealing with crypto. Connect your wallet here, right? Home account marketplace, right? I don't have an account yet, but I'm gonna create one. Um, how did I get sidetracked? I just did, just that easy. Because we were here, Algorand, right? And we come across Lofty, and this is amazing. This is amazing. I don't know if I need to go any further. I think we're gonna kill it here, with Lofty, and we'll come back and make some more content. But build wealth. Literally, we just had this conversation. Build wealth with real estate, one brick at a time. No, that's one token at a time. Holla at your boy. Listen, listen, listen. You don't need me for this. Lofty.io. You don't need me for this. Okay. Get in there, .com or .I think it's .io. You don't need me for this. Get in there and investigate yourself. Look at the potential of the investments and the money that you can make. You can now get into real estate without all that other craziness. Man, look, that's all I got. I'll catch y'all on the next one.